everyone, it's Obi and Mikki from the Blegh Witch Project, and today we have a very special guest. We have Nick from the Wacken Foundation. So, first and foremost, Nick, tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at the Wacken Foundation. How are you?
Hey, dude, thanks for having me. I'm quite nervous, to be honest, speaking for Wacken Foundation only for like the second time. I had a very brief radio interview in the summer, and I've never gotten to, speak in like for the foundation myself. So very happy to be here. As you said, my name's Nick. I'm from Germany. I am in PR and marketing, and I work for a couple of things in the music industry. And one of my longtime gigs, one of my favorite gigs that I'm is doing PR and social media for the Wacken Foundation, which I do not do alone. I have some special colleagues. Sebastian, that you also met at the Wacken Open Air, is like the is a most honorable mention because he works for my agency and does most of the social media posts online that people see. And obviously we have a great team. You met Arne, he's our main guy, so to speak, our main project manager, and couldn't be without him. And I'm very, very happy to do such a special task.
Excellent. Well, thanks for coming. It's a real honor for us to have you on here, mainly because I wanted to alternate the charities each year, and it was really quite overwhelming for me to initially reach out, and then you guys were really forthcoming and really welcoming, and I had Sabrina as well from Wacken get in touch, so it was really nice to have such good and free, open conversation and communication between Sebastian, Sabrina and myself. So I want to thank you guys for being so welcoming and really open to bonkers ideas like myself. Thank you for that as well. So one thing I realized once I arrived at Wacken was, for the first time, was how much the Wacken Foundation does for bands and local charities. So can you give us as much as a complete list of the things that the foundation does? Because not everyone's aware. I spent a lot of my time at Wacken telling German people how much you guys do. And how much you only share the name with the festival, and that's about it. You're completely separate. You do so much more outside of that. So please tell us more.
Yes, of course, my pleasure. The Wacken Foundation was actually funded by Holger and Thomas, the main guys, the founders of the Wacken Open Air, with the goal to have like a foundation that doesn't really have to do much with the festival itself, but it just is like their own non-profit organization to help bands, so to speak. So the main claim is the main goal is to keep heavy music, hard rock and metal alive, and do whatever we can to support that. And that is very, very mostly by giving money to people, if you will, right? So bands, not only bands, but festival promoters, bands, artists, everything that like relates to the spirit of rock and metal can apply for a funding. We have curators from all over the music industry, most of which obviously are, involved. And those people decide over whether you get funding, whether you get it like as a I don't know the English word. I'm sorry if my English is kind of bad.
You're doing great.
I'm not very used to it, but sometimes you get the money to like give it back after a certain time. That is mostly the case if it's just to like prepay a thing that you will earn back later, like creating a record or something. But you can also apply for a full funding where you just be given money. That's usually around like 1,000 until like up to 5,000 euro per project that are given away. And this is money that a lot of bands or small promoters or artists can really use to make their visions come alive. Be that promoting a record, playing a tour where you have to like rent a bus or crew or whatever. This can be really a lot for event promoters. I think it's pretty interesting that our the main project we do for festivals, for example, is say you have a calculation of like fixed costs that you definitely gonna have, and you really don't know if you earn them back, especially when you're doing like the first event of a small open air or whatever, the first edition. Then we can like jump in as the foundation and pay you the difference on what you would have lost or something.
Okay, so that keeps the band alive. If stops it from basically becoming bust. That's really good.
Exactly.
That can be quite a leap. Yeah, that can be quite a leap and quite a scary thing to do as a band getting started. So yeah, really, really glad that there's something like that available in Germany. Now, do you fund many bands outside of Germany, or is it all just usually Germany based?
Usually it's Germany bands. It's actually not limited to German bands, but it's usually German bands that use that service. Especially since like the main paperwork is in German and stuff. Right. You can apply via email, via the post office even, and yeah, you have to be pretty specific though with your vision of what you want to achieve, because our curators are really looking for like, have you made up your mind about like what your project is? Like the more detailed your business plan is, the more likely it is to get a funding. Because obviously a lot of people apply, and it kind of depends on how much money we raised in a year, on how many donations we received. I think we're going to talk about that in a minute, right? But it kind of depends on that, and it's very important that the foundation sees, okay, this is something thought through, and not something like, hey, we're 5 guys, we need a nightliner now. Like, do you? Right?
Yeah.
Do you really? But also it's our very, very main goal that we actually help you do the application as well, right? So we're not like, okay, this is not enough, cancelled or whatever, but we would actually tell you like, hey, we found this and that error in your application, maybe you want to think about that again, because we do think that most promoters and most artists actually do have what it takes to get like one of those fundings, and all those people deserve it, right?
Yeah,
you deserve to get like a little head start.
Yeah. And it's quite tough out there at the moment, just to get, there's quite a lot of bands out there, but it's getting in front of the right person is sometimes the hardest part. But also just getting started with the with the streaming the way it is, and the access to music the way it is.
You need money, right? That's the awful thing. If you wanna have a cool production on the road, you need like some sort of crew, or you need equipment, you need a bus to get from A to B. Right, people want to tour so much, and they want to spend money on marketing, and how do you want to earn it if not like from your own pockets, like from your day job or whatever? That's not what we want, right?
No, and a lot of bands are doing that. Speaking from my own experience, we all have day jobs, and we all pay into the band, and at the moment it's a cost. But we're only in our first year, so we are making money. We're just not at the point where we can self-fund, so we're just grinding away at that. But getting on to how you guys raise money, besides myself and a few other bonkers individuals cycling, I met one of them a couple of years ago, Chris. going thousands of miles for the foundation. How else do you guys raise money?
Yeah, so actually, our main thing is the Wacken Open Air themselves. They give us a good chunk of money every year to keep the whole thing going. One of our very, very main options for raising money is actually the leftovers of the Wacken Open Air cashless system, right? That's something we wanna put more in front of, like, you know, just feature it more on our Instagram channels and whatnot, because you can actually like, if you visit Wacken Open Air and you have like one of those wristbands with a cashless app on it, usually people will top up their card and just have leftover money over, right? For me, I did it myself. I had like 20 extra or something when I left the festival last time, and you always have the chance online to either get it. There it is.
I knew I had one somewhere.
You can either get it, like get your credit back on your bank account, obviously, but you can also donate it. And the cool thing is, most people donate. Most people donate this to the Wacken Foundation, and we're talking, we're talking a lot of people. We're talking about, like, I don't know, 80,000 people or something. If only 10% of them donated, that's a good chunk of money, right? So this is like, these are like the two main things. We also do make quite some money collecting cans and what the thing what we call Pfand in German, right?
Yeah.
So you guys
get money back for recycling.
Yeah, you get exactly. You get money back from recycling cans, beer bottles, but also those funny plastic cups, which I'm pretty sure every festival visitor will at least willingly lose some money to keep one of those cups and bring them home. But after a while, you can actually, we have very, very dedicated people, volunteers running the festival grounds and just collecting those things. And every cup, every can you leave on your camping ground is actually some money that we can use. We are working with a company that collects them and cashes us out, and that's how you can always help us. I mean, obviously you can just donate like randomly. You can go on our homepage and see all the bank or PayPal or whatever information, but these are really the main thing.
Yeah. So if people want to donate, that's how they can do it.
Yeah, these are really the main things. But so many people do cool shit to raise money. You know, for yourself, you raise money by circling through half of Europe, which is amazing.
Thank you.
There's companies that raise money. There are artists that raise money on certain shows or whatever. It's really impressive with how many like different things people can come up to be just like, hey, I'm doing this, and I'm giving you the money that I earn from it. These are often artists that, you know, started out as people that could have used the money back when they were younger, right?
Yeah, that's really wholesome. I also saw that people can volunteer for the foundation during Wacken. Can you tell us more about that? Especially if someone's looking to get a ticket and they've sold out.
Yeah. So keep an eye on our channels, I would say, because we usually post like during the first half of the year. We usually do like a big crew call where you can apply. Obviously, we can't take everyone because we can only, you know, host so and so many people. We can't have a few hundred people, volunteers, run the festival. Also, since there are a few volunteers that are, but these are only just a handful of volunteers that are coming back every year. Such as me, I do the volunteer work too, right? So I started doing the marketing thing and the PR thing as a gig for my company, but I'm actually volunteering as well. So everyone can do it. You have to be a little quick because usually the spots fill up quite fast. But it's I can highly recommend it. It's so much fun. I know it sounds like doing the dirty work, literally. Because sometimes you like dig up cans or whatever during the mud season on the festival infield. But the crew is so dedicated and it's so much fun to. We have like this cool place in our Wacken Foundation camp where you can join the tombola and win prizes and stuff. And,
I saw that.
You can meet us there. It's so much fun to work there. So keep an eye mostly on. I think our Instagram channel is the one that works best. That has like the best following, the best traction. But we post it everywhere. We still post it on Facebook. We post it on TikTok. We post it on our website. So yeah. Excellent.
And during your time at the Wacken Foundation, do you have any particular fond memories that you want to share with us?
Yeah, there are so many. I gotta say, we don't, since we are not like within the heavy season of the festival, because we're a bit outside, like on the Wacken Plaza. So the first thing you enter when you're leaving your camping site. So we don't get a lot of like the super crazy things, as it were. But I do remember there was a very wholesome. There were like this year there were like two very wholesome moments. One was that our project manager and my boss Arne got engaged on the festival. That was pretty dope. That was pretty nice, and a lot of our volunteers were
I didn't realize I was there, but I didn't realize.
Yeah, he did it a little in secret though. But yeah. But a lot of volunteers were there to celebrate with him and his fiancée and stuff. That was nice, and yeah, we had like. These were also the videos that we posted that went the most viral. Was like that our volunteers really, with a lot of dedication, fought rain and mud and whatnot.
Yeah.
There was like this point where someone just got back from a shift, finally like opened his first can of beer, and then like from some roof that was like kind of broken, he was just hit with like a massive fucking like with a wave of rainwater that was like that was being collected on the roof, and he was just standing there, and we all laughed. Obviously, he laughed too. He laughed too. We're not horrible. That was pretty funny, and really like just stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
The people that are our oldest volunteer member is like way past his 60s, right? And like really a supporter from day one, and this is pretty cool also. Like this is a thing where you're like, if you have relatives that want to experience the festival but probably aren't the youngest anymore, and probably aren't like I don't want to like go, I don't know, just I don't want to stand in like the middle of a massive crowd, but I just want to like dig in and just want to like breathe some festival air. That's also a cool thing to do, because you're participating, you're doing the good thing, you're right, you're fighting the good fight, but you can chill a little bit too, because there's a massive amount of volunteers that'll have your back and stuff.
Yeah. That's I never really thought of it that way. It's a great idea. Like when me and Mikki are in our Zimmer frames, and we can sort of rumble down to the festival and chill out at the back. It's a great idea.
I've been actually thinking about like just asking my mum.
Yeah. Come on, Mum. Is she into metal as well?
Yeah, a little.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a really wholesome thing to do. I like that. So, with the support of the bands that you do, what's the best success story you've had from a band you've helped at the very beginning and they've worked their way up into stardom or success?
I couldn't really tell because I'm just not with the foundation very long.
Oh,
Right?
okay, so
So it's been like 3 years, and the projects. There are so many projects, right, that go through, and not all of them are like as visible because sometimes it's a band that gets some money for a tour and then they play the tour and that's it, right?
yeah,
Which isn't a bad thing because honestly, I think, and this is a thing that everyone at the foundation thinks is like every application and every funding we do is a success story in itself, right? So it doesn't have to be like the band that blew up because we also helped them. It's more about like, okay, there's another band that was able to go on tour. There's another band that was able to like press a record on vinyl, which is a horribly expensive thing to do
Yes, it is,
if you're
yeah.
not represented by a label or something. Even then, so really, it's just all of them, right?
great answer. I mean, yeah, so with that, like when the band does that tour and say that band breaks up or they don't go anywhere from that, the members still learn from that experience. Like they'll take that into their next project or into their next band. So yeah, like you say, it's never really seen as failure. It's always a success because something happened that wouldn't have done without your guys' help. So
Exactly.
excellent.
And there's obviously there's bands that played the open air later, like obviously getting a foundation funding is not a door opener to the festival. That's not something we do. It's something we would like to do maybe in the future or whatever, but this is like nothing we can like do right now. But it did happen to a couple of bands that like actually in I chose a track of a band that played like the indoor stage of the festival, for example, and they had a funding before, so yeah. So that's kind of how you can see that. Okay, this band like they kept the thing, they kept the ball in the park of like the Wacken thing, right?
Okay, so they kept working hard and then got picked because, from my experience, Wacken pretty much approach you if they want you to play. Like they're big enough that they can literally just pick whoever they want.
Definitely. I do know people that are doing the booking, and I cannot do anything to like improve anyone's chances, which is great. You said something before about like it's very important. It's not what you know, but who you know and stuff. And as much as this is true in the music industry, I'm kind of glad that I have the feeling, without like knowing too much about it, because as I said, right, we're not from the open air, but I do have the feeling that the open air is really not so much into like, okay, we're just booking our friends' bands or whatever, right?
Yeah, it very much feels like it's done on merit, and you can see that with the lineup. Like you have to put the graft in. You have to be good. You have to have some sort of following for them to go, oh, actually, these are guys that fit in with this stage. Maybe we'll get them on, and that's why Wacken's lineup is usually legendary every year. Like I'm going to be going for as long as I can do pedal to the metal. So I go no matter what. Same with Bloodstock. And
Awesome.
you either go there for the headliner bands that you see, or you go there to discover bands that you've never seen before and get a chance to see them live.
Exactly. I mean, it's really something. It's really special. It's a special event, and it's cool for us working for the foundation to like. It feels like we're part of it. We are part of it, but like we showcase like a different. How do you say it? We showcase that there's like more to it, to the whole thing than just like the festival and the music marketing and whatever, right? Because as you saw, we try to give as many nonprofit organizations as possible a chance to be visible on the festival as well, right?
Yeah.
All those charities we work with, like the DKMS, which is like the a German foundation for like cancer prevention, where people donate blood and stuff. Like we support those kind of things with visibility. Sea Shepherd, Hardcore Health Foundation, you name it. There's so many cool things, so many cool non-profit organizations out there, and we try to be in touch with as many of them as possible. And they give us visibility, they spread the word because it's cool. We can give them visibility on the festival, creating this big-ass camp.
Yeah, they will have stalls. Sorry, for those who've never been, they will have stalls in the middle of like the village. And you also have a massive art gallery for people who've done artwork or designed guitars for artists as well. So it's not just the music, it's the arts in general. So it is like a really broad umbrella that you guys capture and tie it all together, which is great. It's really good to see that. I brought my friend John, who supported me on the motorbike this year, and he was absolutely like he studied art. He's a graphic designer. He was absolutely blown away by how much you guys do. Just from seeing it at Wacken, which was brilliant, and so he's on board.
Awesome.
He's sold, yeah.
That's the thing. You kind of have to dig in a little bit of what we do to see that there's more to it than this is Wacken. Okay, this is just another thing the festival does. Like you might be right on the surface, but there's actually so much more to it, and so many more people involved that are very, very dedicated for the project.
Yeah, and it's good to see, and that's why you're here. We want to get more word out about what you guys actually do, because like I said, I spent a lot of the time when I was at Wacken speaking to German people about the Wacken Foundation. So I was doing my part as well, trying to get the word out about you guys a bit more. It's people always ask the question, who are you raising money for? And then, I don't like to be left without the information. Like I like to know what I'm doing and who I'm raising money for. So I researched you guys a little bit as well, and spoke to Sebastian. And he, came forth with loads of information as well. Awesome. And you guys sometimes help people get to shows as well with your minibus. Like if someone's hard of access or on a wheelchair, you guys will also help them to shows. I've seen that as well.
Yep. Exactly. You can also always win very cool prizes, like seeing a concert from like a pretty big lounge where you can just oversee the whole infield and stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, also our vehicles. I mean, the Wacken Foundation bus is something you can actually rent. Which obviously makes most sense if you're like in the area, if your band is like in somewhere in the north part of Germany. And we help with everything that is on like that very social non-profit side of things, because that's pretty rock and roll, and that's pretty metal to us, for people to help, no matter if you have a disability or not, no matter if you are a German native speaker or not.
And I saw the slogan attached to some of those posters, metal is for everyone, and I couldn't agree more. It really is. It is a really massive unifier. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what language you speak. Like, you're up there to see that band, or you want to be in a band, then that's it. Like, people will just help you to get there, and it's a great community. The more I go to shows, the more I play shows, the more people I meet. Every single person I meet at a show has been lovely. Like, I've yet to have a negative experience from any of the ones I've been to, or any of the ones I've played. Like, and if it does happen, it's very brief and it's like taken care of.
Yeah.
So, changing the mood slightly, do you have any exciting announcements or events coming up in the too distant future that you want to plug and let us know about? The events we do mostly happen in Germany, obviously. The thing that I personally like the most, because it's just something I experienced firsthand and it's so lovely, are the 2 Wacken music camps that we do. They are at the village of Wacken, which doesn't mean that
your listeners and your audience in the UK that it's not for them, because you can actually just go, right? You can actually apply. You don't have to be a German speaker. You don't have to live in Germany. You just have to commute to Wacken, though. You have to go to Wacken then.
It's only 500 miles by bike, so you know.
Right. And the other music camps. So there's 2 music camps. One music camp is in Altegolfsheim, that's in Bavaria, in the very south of Germany. And we have one Wacken music camp that is in the village of Wacken itself. It's usually shortly after the festival. It's usually like a week or 2 weeks after the open air festival. Takes place in the elementary school there, and it's a very lovely thing because kids from different ages come together. I think the Bavarian one is for slightly older kids, up until their teenage years, so you can be a little more experienced. The Wacken Music Camp in the summer in Wacken itself, it's for little kids. I think you can apply by the age of like 9 or something, or even earlier. And it's very, very cool. I've been there at the Wacken one, and it's so brilliant to see how young people come together just to play music. There's people from so essentially what it is. If you've ever seen, there's like a movie that's like Camp Rock or something, and it's essentially that, like if you play an instrument, it doesn't matter if you play it well or if you just started, but if you can hold an instrument, or you like to sing, or you like to learn to sing or to scream or whatever, it also doesn't care. It doesn't matter if you play the drums for a heavy metal band, or if you play the cello. If you have that spirit and you are a kid, you can come there. We have several coaches. Some of them are like music producers. Some of them are in bands themselves, and they teach you how to build bands, how to write your first songs or whatever. They help you become a group, become a band. So you write a song together, you record the song. So for most of those kids, this is the very first time that they actually record music on a computer, on a DAW, with everything that comes with it. You also play a show at the end of those. It's like 2 weeks or something. You play a little show as well. It's amazing. These kids are so cool. I met like a 12-year-old black metal fan who like screamed like, I don't know, an angel, so to speak, a devil more, right? You're that's like, cool. Okay, this is fucking hell. This is going somewhere, right? So it's
the so next generation of bands and metalheads being fostered through these courses. So that's great to get that out there.
It's so cool to see those kids have so much fun. And the Bavarian one, for the slightly older kids, usually they are a little more experienced than the little ones. It's just as great. And in the Bavarian one, we recently had an Italian kid too, so it's actually just a matter of dedication if you want to go. It's totally fine if you're from the UK. The other event that is happening, I think, would be the Wacken Metal Battle, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we do have like a shop where we present ourselves, where you do a tombola and stuff at many different festivals. We are at Reload Festival. We are at Full Metal Holiday, we are at Rock Hard Festival, a bunch of German festivals. But the Metal Battle is something I'm always very, very interested in, even though we are not organizing it with the Wacken Foundation. We are just sponsoring the main prize, right? We're just sponsoring the prize. But every year I'm so excited for the Metal Battle bands, because I never know the bands. They come from countries all over the world, literally. Like, this is not even like, okay, Central European great markets. These bands come from Africa, from India, from Oceania. It's very, very nice to see how international metal is and how different those bands develop their sound and stuff. So, this is obviously something we are much looking forward to.
Yeah, I actually bumped into the Irish metal battle winners, Acept. I camped next to them this year.
Nice.
So yeah, I every time I was at Wacken this year, I seemed to just find Irish people. They're everywhere. But yeah, it was great, and I've discovered so many bands from the metal battle winners as well. From the 2 stages you have there as well. So that concludes the serious section of the interview. Now we are called Chaos Under No Ties, so we do bring the chaos, and this is where Mikki jumps in. We have a thing in the UK which is called Would You Rather, and we give you 2 options and you have to pick one, and it's usually the first one that comes to your mind. The sillier the better. So I'm going to start off with the first one, and then Mikki, you can do the rest of them. So, would you rather cycle 1,100 miles with 2 flat tires or on a unicycle?
Two flat tires is... What vehicle is it? Is it a bike?
A bicycle, yes.
Yeah. Or on a fully functioning
unicycle,
but, yeah, but I don't know how to ride this.
I guess you gotta learn.
Yeah.
There's also a lot more pressure on the seat of a unicycle. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I'm a very slow learner. I will still go for the 2 flat tires and just because that's essentially just walking. And at least I know I can do it if I don't have a time limit.
Yeah, there's no time limit. It's just that
yeah.
One.
Then I'll be on 2 flat tires rather than 1 working.
All right, Mikki, you take the rest over.
No worries. I will say before I continue with the rest, that one was actually my contribution. The rest of these are all Obi's contributions. So we've gone a little bit backwards, but that's fine. So, would you rather have a receding hairline or a preceding hairline? I mean, yeah.
Is there such a thing though?
No, this is fictional. So would you rather your hair goes back or comes down like this way?
Yeah. No, I'll go for the classic. I go for the classic. The hair goes further down my head because
the full Bruce Willis.
Exactly because my dad had it as well, and I think I can pull it off.
Yeah, you don't have a strange shape
when the time comes, rather than just having like a floppy hair like in my eye constantly, because I'm assuming for some magical reason I cannot cut it then, right? And I would lose hair on the back of my head as well, and that would just look strange, right?
Maybe this is how these things usually go. You can come up with weird concepts or different reasonings. So yeah, that's a good one. Maybe the whole thing just slips forwards like a shoddy toupee.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, and yeah, that can't be good. That can't be.
No, good. Okay. So proceeding.
All right, 2 more. We'll go for the next one, which is: would you rather have baguettes for hands or baguettes for feet?
Ooh, that's a very interesting one. That's a very
if you bite your nails, you're going to run out of hands eventually.
Imagine if it rains as well. They're going to get all soggy.
And yeah, I was going to say, walking in the rain isn't going to be any good if you've got them on your feet as well.
Yeah, it's still bread, right? It doesn't grow back.
Bread,
it's not the typical human material we're made of. So yeah, I would say I go for feet.
Yeah.
Because I think I can find more ways to work around it. I can have the Wacken Foundation donate a special pair of shoes or something. That would be like two massive lunch boxes or something that will keep my feet fresh. Right?
I like it. That's good.
Because I'm a big eater. I'm pretty sure I will make at least one of my, maybe I'm right-handed. I would probably make my left hand become like a BLT or something and lose it.
So by accident,
yeah. I'm a little grossed out by feet. So yeah, definitely a feet option.
And then the last one put forward is, would you rather fart blue or piss red?
Fart blue would mean that everybody will see that I farted, because it will be like blue gas-ish.
Yeah, like a blue cloud.
Yeah.
But then on the flip side, you'll never be able to tell if you've got an infection in your bladder, because it's always going to be red.
Yeah.
Or kidney stones.
Yeah.
I just could to go to the doctor more often, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, just get a sample, I suppose.
the thing is, I kind of want the fart one, even though it's way less convenient.
It'd be more funny
Because
though.
nobody's gonna see you piss anyways. Like, I get the medical reason, but the blue cloud, I go with the blue cloud.
Yeah.
Because it's fun. And it would be like, if you needed to fart, you could just own it. And
Yeah.
you could make it like, I can make a career out of it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, people would pay to see that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, hands down, we go for
So far blue.
visible
Nice one.
farts.
I mean, I was
A
watching,
very weird thing to say.
I was watching something the other day on YouTube, and there's not that many blue gases, so that in itself would be a novelty.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
There's not really a way to colour gas unless you do specific chemistry stuff to it. And yeah, there's only 2 or 3 chemicals that evaporate blue, so yeah.
I know a biochemist, I can ask her. How can you tell my farts blue, please, Lucy? Right, well, that pretty much wraps up all of our questions. So thank you very much, Nick, for coming. Thank you for telling us more about the Wacken Foundation. After this, we'll mix in some of your tracks, and then when we send it live, we'll send you a link to let you know when it's going live, and you can share it with everyone, and we'll share it on all of our platforms as well. So, also, got to ask us, is that your cello in the background?
It's not a cello. It's
Oh, it's not a cello.
bass.
Double bass. Ah.
It's a very common mistake, and yes, it's mine. It's a very old one, which is why it's standing in my little shitty office rather than in like a cool rehearsal room or something. It's my first one actually, and I just restringed it the other day. So yeah.
Excellent.
Does it get a lot of use?
You what?
Does it get a lot of use?
Not this one particular. I do own a couple of basses because I'm a bass player, and I do own three upright ones, and this is like the one that I don't use as much, but I'm trying to. As I said, it got new strings. I need to polish it, maybe get rid of the very ugly pink tape, and yeah, see if I can refurbish it. Because it actually does sound nice.
Oh, nice. Glad to hear it. Glad to see you getting some use out of it. And to learn that you play the bass. Because we're both bassists as well.
Awesome. It's the best instrument. Also, for some reason, a very common instrument for my line of work. I don't know how that is, but every time I'm like, I meet another person that is like in music business, especially if you're like, if you have like an office job, like doing back offices or do a little bit of marketing. Like, are you in a band? Oh yeah, I dabble a little in bass. Well, of course you do, right?
Yeah, we're all on the same wavelength.
We have 4 bassists in the Chaos team at the moment, so there's still room for more. But out of maybe 10 of us, I think total, there's nearly half of us are bass players.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's the best one. It's the best one, though.
It is a lot of fun. No, I've been OB. That's Mikki, and thank you very much, Mick, for coming. Who said to say? Thank you very much, Nick, for coming.
Thank you.
Again, so this year we raised money for the Wacken Foundation through Pedal to the Metal, and it was something I'll look to do year after next, so 2027. So I will be doing it all again for you guys, and hopefully we'll reach more people. We'll grow the channel, we'll grow Pedal to the Metal, grow Chaos Under No Ties, so we can get more money raised for you guys.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for having me. And you guys out there, check out the Wacken Foundation. We're very good.
Yeah, they are very good. Thanks for coming, and good night.